AITA for kicking my wife out and keeping her daughter? My wife, 38F, and I, 32 meters, have been together for 6 years. She has a daughter, 8. When we met she was only 2. Her father left months before she was born and out of the blue just showed up at our door in December while I was at work. When she formally met her father for the first time, he didn't show much interest, more so interested in what my wife's been up to all these years. 2 weeks go by. Not a single word about him. Then my wife says they've together made the decision to co-parent. She would not tell me where he lives, or even give me his number. I told her to give him my number in case of an emergency, but she said I didn't need to get involved. My wife always drops and picks up our daughter. Early January she began throwing a fit before going to her dad's. She said it's scary, dirty, and she can't sleep there. She told me in front of her mother. She did not want to go again. Fast forward to this past Friday. My wife is a SOM and working to finish her master's. She got out of class at 8 p.m. and was supposed to pick up our daughter right after. 9 p.m. rolled around. They were not home yet and my wife wouldn't answer my calls. I called her sisters, her mother. No one knew where she was. I drove to the college. No sign of her. Little after 2 a.m. my wife and daughter walk through the door. I was up, waiting nervously. My wife says, "I am so sorry," with the pure look of guilt on her face. The story she told. She was in class when her phone died. She drove to his house, only to find no one was there. She couldn't call him so she waited. They showed up just after 9 p.m. with food in hand. Father explains they went to the fair and got dinner on the way back. Wife goes inside and allows daughter and father to eat dinner. My wife said she fell asleep on the couch while waiting. Woke up at 1:45 and rushed home. Says she pulled an all-nighter studying for her exam on Friday and was exhausted. If I recall correctly, she was in bed with me all night long and not studying. Finally, she gives me this guy's address. Request I drop her off there from now on. Daughter and I get there. It's a trailer in a high-crime area along a busy highway. The place is crawling in roaches. There was liquor and beer bottles everywhere. There he sat in his underwear on the couch, completely wasted. I returned home with my daughter. Tonight I find out my wife has been giving him money and paying his phone bill out of our shared account. I don't like how she's been referring to herself and him as if they're a couple. I strongly feel she's lying and believe they slept together. Tonight I asked her to leave, but told her she needs to leave our daughter at home, the only stable environment she's ever known. I will do whatever it takes to protect her. Her grandmother, wife's mother, 100% supports her staying with me. Legally, I have full guardianship, so I'm not breaking the law. Am I the asshole for kicking my wife out and keeping her daughter? Update. I'm exhausted, but I'm going to update before bed. I just got off the phone with my Mill. Wife called her mother completely sobbing as she left from here. Mill told her she's made her bed, now lie in it. Said she is not welcomed at her house, and had warned her not to let the father back in. I tipped her off that I think she's cheating. Honestly, I think my Mill is more livid than I am. And I'm pretty pissed off RN. There's definitely more to this guy. My friend took a ride through the trailer park. She's not there. Maybe there is hope after all. IDK. I shut off all her financial access. I made her aware before doing this out of concern that he might have access to it. She has her credit cards. If he has access to those, then that's her credit down the drain. Before leaving, I gave her plenty of cash to get by for at least a week. NTA. You're trying to keep her safe. Get a lawyer ASAP, and I hate to say it, you may need to get CPS involved. Go ahead and have a lawyer picked out. I smell a nasty divorce and custody battle on its way. Location flag. I would fight for custody. Wife doesn't have income and ex doesn't have very much either. Might be best if your stepdaughter stays with you or grandma. NTA. Lawyer time. Your wife is cheating on you with a deadbeat. Make sure you have legal rights to keep the child. NTA. NTA. That's called being a parent and putting your child's safety first. You have raised her and cared for her. You have legal custody. Her mom was putting her in a dangerous environment with a man your daughter doesn't know. NTA in the court of public opinion, but in a real court this gets really sketchy. Sorry. This is my first time using Reddit, so I don't know how to do an update, but here's an update lol. My buddy is doing me a favor right now. He's on his way over to the trailer to see if my wife is there. I guess it's the moment of truth. If she's there it's over. And it's going to hurt like hell, but I need to know. NTA. But after reading your edit, please don't track her phone. It won't do any good. And you'll look like a stalker, overbearing partner in case worst happens and this goes to court. Take her to the Maury show and see if she's telling the truth. NTA. And it sounds like the daughter wants to be with you. You are the father she knows. NTA. I don't know if this has been brought up. And not to excuse the mother's behavior at all. But are you sure he's not blackmailing or extorting her in any way? If she has suddenly changed her behavior since he arrived, you should at least ask her. 1. Custody lawyer. 2. Couples counseling. In that order. Tomorrow morning first thing. This is worth calling in a sick vacation day. NTA. But you're missing some of the story, and since you cannot entirely remove mom from her kid's life forever, you need to do this wisely. No one has told you it's probably drugs yet? FYI, it's probably drugs. No. You're NTA. And are probably the only stable thing in this child's life right now. Thank goodness you have guardianship. Prepare yourself. Things are about to get worse. I'm sorry for that. Keep grandma in your court. You're going to need her. Info. Do you have full guardianship or partial guardianship? Mostly I'm asking if the mother has any form of legal guardianship over her own daughter. NTA. For those saying but he's not her legal father. Adopted or not, judges will take into account that he is the only father she has ever known. Especially if bio dad is not on the BC and no paternity to prove he is her bio dad. They will not remove her from home where she is stable. Or from her stepdad. She's safe there. How do I know this? 'Cause my stepdad is the only father I know. My birth father isn't on my BC. When my mother went to jail, they left me with my dad. No foster care. No grandparents. Just the man who stepped up and raised me. NTA. And I'm concerned about your daughter saying she's scared to stay at bio dad's house, aside from it being a dump. Are you sure he's not inappropriately touched her? Info. How do you have full guardianship? I don't see any mention that you adopted her. NTA. Protecting the kid from a broke drunk and mother sounds like she is cheating. Might want to get more solid info. Texts, etc. And see lawyer on possible guardianship of the kid. NTA in real life. But in court that's a different story. Can you get pictures of his home to prove he's unfit? Start building a case now. And your wife? How could she drop off her kid there? And to fall asleep there? UGGHHHHHH. NTA. Protect that girl and protect yourself legally. If she wants him, she can have him. Don't put the daughter in the middle. NTA. You put the well-being of your daughter first. You're a hero. Also, so sorry you are going through that with your wife. Heartbreaking.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.